No, you don't need to bark. Stop it. Hi, guys. Here we are. Here we are on day 3 of our wonderful online classes. The first thing I want to do is go over. Sorry, my dog having issues. First thing I want to go over is from your quiz. I noticed on your quiz that some of you guys don't know what the word conjugate means. So if it has bañarse and it has to conjugate it with L, it's wanting you to put it in the L form. So it would be like making the sentence L, and then we would use say because that's the third person, and then you have to conjugate your verb. Now, did I take off for capitalization? No. Did I take off for that accent? No. I should have, but I didn't because it was your first time doing it on Google. Um, Brandon, I didn't answer your question because I'm not sure how far we're getting today to know which one we're going to do. That and I was probably taking a nap. Okay, so when it says conjugate, this is what you need to be doing. The other thing is if it says a mirror, it's just not espejo. It's un espejo. So some of you forgot to put that in. Trying to think of the other thing that you guys did with that. Let's see if I probably can't find it real fast. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Okay. Let me look at the last ones. My shampoo. Some of you still are using may for my. Okay. If it's my shampoo, it's me. Also, jabón is with the J, not an H. And when it was talking about my shampoo and his soap, it's going to be son rojos because we're talking about two things. So it needed to be son. And because we're talking about two things, it also needed to be rojos. Let's look back at the quiz. There's a difference between maquillaje and maquilla. One means to put on the makeup, and the other one means makeup. So those were the main issues with the. I just realized it has and async so far away. Maya, enough. The girls are very anxious today. Sorry about that. Okay, so wanted to go over some of your reflexive again. Maya, please go lay down. Go. Go somewhere. Go lay down. Go on. Okay, so if I wanted to say, John shaves his face. Okay, if I want to say John shaves his face, John is doing this to himself. He's not having somebody else shave his face, like if you go to the barber shop. Se afeita. His face. La cara. Remember that when we're doing this, we already know it's his because he's doing it to himself. So that's what use la instead of his. Okay, did anybody else have any questions about the quiz and about reflexive verbs before we go back into our negatives? I'm looking for a sheet. There we go. Looks like that would be a no. I'm missing like half my class. Okay, I want to go back to the worksheet that we were working on last time. It says los negativos at the top. It's the one that you could have either written down or you could print out, whichever one. And I want to go down to, which one did I want to go to? Oh, I want to go down to ningún, ninguna, ninguno, and that equals none or not any. Oh, I should have my iPad so I can do this. Hi, hello. So glad you guys are here. Maya, Mora. Okay, so on this worksheet, it says agree with the noun it describes. Since we don't have any, it would be singular. Okay, I have to get my iPad. I didn't think about that. So on this one, when you use ningún, or anytime you want to say none or anything, and we talked about this before, and the fact that you can't have plural nothings. It doesn't make sense to have plural nothings. And so you have to always make it into the singular. Not sure what that was. So you always have to make it into the singular. Okay, good. I have my thing. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's the one that looks like this. It's probably on the 3rd page, maybe. I'll show it again. Just like that. Okay. And so what I want us to do is I want us to do some of these on the ningún, ninguno, and ninguna. Now, hopefully you remember that if I want to say first desk, I would say primera silla, or desk. No, I want to say seat first. Okay. If it's feminine, I'm going to have this A here. But if I'm going to say first desk, which is, why can't I write today? I'll just leave it. If I want to say first desk, I need to make this primer. You don't say primero. You get rid of the O that would normally be there. It's the same thing on the ningún when you have ninguno, but when you put that in front of something, or we could say use the same thing we just did. I don't want any desks. I want none. I know we don't say that in English, but it sounds good in Spanish. Okay, ningún escritorio. You wouldn't put ninguno. That's wrong. You would put ningún in escritorio. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at this. And the first one of this, it's number 29 is where we are. And we're going to be doing the opposite of what it says. So right now, hey, I could just put it up here. See if I can read it too at the same time. It says, algunos estudiantes comen I can't see it. Oh, el almuerzo en la cafetería. Okay, so we want to make that to be the opposite. So instead of saying algunos estudiantes, we want to say none of them, ninguno. Oopsie daisy. Okay, so on this, I would write ningún estudiante. Okay, great. And remember, we have to make it singular. It's estudiante. It's not estudiantes anymore. And then because we did that, we have to change comen to come el almuerzo. Like so. Okay. Give a second, so if you're writing that, you can write it. Okay, so the next one, hopefully I can erase this. If not, you guys can hit rewind and go back to it. Hopefully you know that you can rewatch this. Not that you want to see all my interesting information, but you can. Okay, so the next one. So, muchos aficionados vienen, I can't read it, al partido de fútbol americano. Okay, so instead of saying a lot of fans, I want to say none, 0 fans. So, aficionados. That's what we have right now. We have muchos aficionados. But I don't want muchos. I want to say zip, zilch, none. Can you put no come in number 29? But you don't have the subject of the sentence. The subject of the sentence is ninguna estudiante. You need to know who. Remember, in third person, you have to be clear as to who the person is that doesn't want to eat. So you wouldn't say ninguna estudiante no come. You just say ninguna estudiante come. Okay, so on this one, I'm going to get rid of the muchos. I'm going to get rid of the S that's down there. And I'm going to write ningún. Oops, I didn't give myself very much space on that. So I'm going to say ningún estudiante viene. Remember, because it's one singular non-person. Viene al partido de fútbol americano. There we go. Okay, so number 31. Number 31 says, todos los libros cálculo son muy fáciles a comprender. And so on this one, the first part says all of the books. So it says, todos los libros de cálculo. You think I'd remember what it said? Son muy fáciles. I know I'm missing. Okay, so this is what we're starting with. Okay? This is where we're starting. Well, in order to make this not be it, so none of the books. So instead of todos los, I'm going to say ningún. But then that means I have to get rid of my S. If I did that, this part right here, this is just a description of this book. This doesn't have anything to do with what this verb is. This does. And since it's singular, I need to change this from son to S. Now I see one other error. If you look at this right here, isn't it talking about plural books? So we need to get rid of plural books and put fácil. So now it would read, ningún libro de cálculo es muy fácil a comprender. Not too bad. Okay, I'm not sure if everybody has this. People are turning in math stuff right now to me that are in my Spanish class. I think that's funny. Okay, I'm going to put this one up because I have a feeling some of you do not have this printed out or written or... Oops, it helps. Las saludables tienen mucho azúcar. Make sure I spell that right. Okay. So before I tell you to do it on your own, I want you to be careful because this right here is feminine. That right there is feminine. It's not masculine this time. See if you can do this. In what sense would you write a no in the sentence? This one, you're not writing no because, Cami, you're not writing no because this is at the beginning of the sentence. If it was if it was the direct object at the end of the sentence, then that's when it would. Let's see, none of these have it. I'll do one on the next one. I'll just make something up. Okay, so hopefully you change this. Instead of to ningún this time, you're going to write ninguna. You're going to get rid of this S that's on the end. Shay, why are you turning things in right now? Pay attention. Okay, now, saludables. It would just be one thing that's saludable. This is one thing here. And there we go. So ninguna merienda, that means snack, which I'm sure some of you have been eating a lot of snacks. Saludable tiene mucho azúcar. Okay, so because to answer Cammie's question on this, it's this part right here because it's at the beginning of a sentence. You don't need a no in front of the verb here. Let's do one real quick that I'm just going to make up that's not on that sheet. So my doggies are female. So I have some. Shay, seriously, stop turning things in. Tengo algunas perras. So this time, if I want to say I don't have any, I would say no tengo ningunas perras. I'm going to scorch you with water. Stop. Cammie, did that make a difference? Okay. Oh, so when it's farther in the sentence. Yeah, this right here, if you look at this sentence, that's not actually it, but isn't this the direct object of the sentence? So when the thing that you're going to change has to do with your direct object, then that's when you put the no in front. All the other ones that we had done, it was when it was the subject of the sentence. Good job. Okay. You're fine, Maya Moo. You're fine. Okay. Let's see. I want to go down to the next part. Okay. So the next part does have the O on the ningún. It has ninguno right there. Okay. So hopefully you guys have this open. because reading it this way is very difficult for me because it's backwards. It says, is only, not need to highlight that. Only. Okay, so it's only used when there is no noun in the sentence. So this happens most frequently when answering a question. So do you have a pencil, since that's you guys' favorite thing to say to me? No, I don't have one. No, I don't have one. Now, no. Remember, if you're answering a question, you have to have two no's. So no, no tengo ninguno. Notice how I didn't add, the question was, do you have a pencil? I did not put in one. I didn't put I don't have a pencil. I just put in ninguno to replace one. Okay, so that's what we're going to do on these next one. Hey, that's hilarious. I actually answered number 35 without even knowing I was going to do that. I'm pretty good, or I've seen it before. Okay. Let's see. It says, prefieres comer algunos tacos. So, right there. Woo! Almost lost my. So, do you prefer to eat some tacos? No. That's answering the question. No. It's a yes or no question. No. No prefiero. Remember, it's a stem changing verb. Comer and ninguno. No, no prefiero comer ninguno. I'm just giving a second. Okay. You're okay, my moo. Okay, you guys have to see how sad my dog looks. Can you see her? Poor baby. Oh no, can you see her? She just looks so sad. She does not like this distance learning at all. Okay, so the next one asks, invitas algunos amigos a tu casa. So, if we're doing this one, yes or no statement. Well, because we're practicing no. And hey, right now we're not supposed to do that anyway. So, no, we answered our question. But because I always want complete sentences, no invito. Now, can you have the word yo put right here? You're more than welcome to put it there, but hardly ever do we put it there. Invito. That's an interesting one. A ninguno. I think it's still because this actually should have an here, because this right here, algunos amigos, that's actually the direct object of the sentence instead of person. So it should have a personal This personal should be here. That's why I was stumped for a second as to why it didn't have a personal mi casa. Because remember, you're not inviting them to somebody else's house. It would be inviting them to my house. So this would be me instead of to. Okay, let's try. The next page is tampoco. Now, I like to do that too. I like to do that. The positive side of this, we're saying, yo duermo mucho también. Okay, so I sleep a lot also. Like I just woke up from a nap. I know, isn't it awesome? But I haven't graded your things yet, so it's not so awesome. Okay, now if I want to make this negative, yo no duermo. Remember, you're trying to say also. I don't sleep a lot also. Mucho. Now you could take out the mucho if you want, but is it talking about sleeping a lot or sleeping at all? And then instead of también, instead of this, its opposite is tampoco. Okay, let's do one on this sheet. Oh, this will take us into next week's lesson. This first one right here, I'm actually going to write it out because we're going to be needing to remember all of this. A Paola no le gusta hacer la tarea. Okay. Now it's wanting you to make it into you don't like it. So remember, a Paola goes with the le. Okay. What doesn't she like? This is a verb, so the ending has to be a. So gusta. Now, if I want to say I don't like to do my homework either, I would say, now, do you need the ami? No. You don't have to have that, but you can. No me gusta hacer. So the whole rest of the sentence is the same right there. So you've changed me and may, but the rest of the sentence stayed the same, and you're just adding on the tampoco. You see the tampoco? Yeah. So all you're doing is adding on the tampoco. So when you read these, like the next one says, Martín no quiere ir al cine. Oh, does it say no quiere? Yeah. Sorry about that. It says no quiere ir al cine. So Martin doesn't want to go to the movies or the movie theater. I don't want to go either. All germy people there. So this time, yo. Do I need the yo? No. But why not put it? No quiero ir al cine. So I change this and the verb. And then I add on tampoco. Now, the last little part is nada. Nada means nothing. Nada. No hago nada. I don't do anything. So the next one says it's the opposite of algo, which means something. Um, it usually does appear with the word no. So and I'm going to show you this one so I don't have to write it. And it says, compras algo en el mercado. I think that's what it says. Okay. No, I don't buy anything in the market. I don't go to the market because I'm being a good girl. Okay. So no. Okay. I'm answering my question. No. No compro I don't buy nada, nothing. I don't buy nothing. That's horrible English, but it's beautiful Spanish. And voila. Okay, our next one is going to be traes algo para la fiesta. Okay. No, I don't bring anything to the fiesta. I'm cheap. No traigo nada. What do I bring? Nada. I don't bring anything. Nada para la fiesta. Voila. So, are there any other questions about negative words? I don't think they have a question, Maya. You're looking better, Maya. Yesterday, you guys missed it if you weren't on Math Chats. Because Miss Shaw put me on the iPad, and I got to participate also. It was hilarious. You can always go watch it. Tomorrow, by the way, I have Math Chats at noon. Noon for Math 8, 12:30 for algebra. Okay, nobody seems to have a question. So, I want you, I don't know if, okay, I don't know if I pulled this one up or not. Let me see. Let me see if I can download that real quick. It says Español 2. I know you guys aren't in Español 2, but in other books, they teach this in Español 2 instead of Español 1. So, negative words. What is this? Spanish affirmative. It says Spanish affirmative on the front. Nope, that's not the one I want. I lied. Maybe this one. This is the one. Okay. This. If you have it pulled up on your computer or your iPad or your phone or whatever you, we're going to be doing this one. And it says work with partner. Yeah, right. To ask the following questions in the affirmative and answer them in the negative. We're just going to do it. It's only 6 questions. It can't be too hard. So on a piece of paper, hopefully you guys are doing this on a piece of paper. I want to do numbers 1 and 2. So while you do 1 and 2, I'll just talk about random things. So I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do with you guys for this test. We're going to do next week, we're going to do Maya Moo, you're okay? I know. Okay, so next week we're going to do verbos como gustar. And then after spring break, you're going to take your test on it. We're a little off, but that's okay. So we'll take your test after spring break. And then I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. Some of you didn't quite show up like you were supposed to your quiz the other day. So we'll see how it goes with this. So the first one says, ¿Conoces a alguien, algunos estudiantes trabajadores? Okay. Do you know any hardworking students. Okay, first of all, because we're doing no, we just write no. No conozco. Now be careful. No conozco. Did you make sure that you changed it to a ZC? Because it's not conozco. We don't do conozco. We're going to do conozco. See on here, this one had the personal ah, where that other one didn't have the personal ah. Ah, and it says some students, ningún. Now, why did I use ningún this time and instead ninguno? Really and truly, let's think about it. I could write ningún estudiante trabajador. Trabajador. Okay, you could write it like that. But I don't know anyone. You could have just done ninguno. Either way will work. But if you use estudiante trabajador, you have to use ningún. If you don't use this part at all, then you can just use ninguno. Okay, any question? We'll do the next one. Oh, that one doesn't have it. Okay. Any questions on why we're able to do that? I know I wish we could do Zoom, but I need you recorded. Okay, I'm going away. I mean, this is going away. Okay, next. It says, ¿conoces a alguien en tu clase de matemáticas? Sorry, Maya. No conozco a nadie. Do you know somebody? The opposite of somebody is nobody. Now be careful here. En mi clase de matemáticas. Matemáticas. Okay. Sorry, you guys can't see the end of the sentence. Sorry about that. Then the next one. ¿Conoces a alguna chica estudiosa? Okay. Oh, I didn't put that one up. I'm losing students by the minute. That's okay. ¿Conoces a alguna chica estudiante? Oh, estudiosa. I knew that sounded funny. Okay, the no is obviously going to stay the same. Conozco is going to stay the same. Ah is going to stay the same. And this is going to be the same thing. Ninguna chica estudiosa. Now this one's a little bit different than the ninguno, but you could, because we're talking about a female, it would just be ninguna. It wouldn't be ninguno, it would be ninguna. Because you're talking about a female. But you didn't have to write the whole rest of that. You could have just left it as ninguna. And the next question. ¿Tienes algo para comer? We have 3 more to do. I'll put this up so I can give you time to work on the worksheet and do your homework. We're doing those last 3. Hope you guys are doing okay. You know, guys, you can always do a class like with yourselves. You can do a Google Meet or a Zoom or something just with yourselves. Okay, so for this first one, ¿tienes algo para comer? No tengo nada. I don't have anything. Could you put para comer? Sure. Do you need to? No. You can put that there. The next one. Siempre haces la tarea. Okay, there are two ways that you can write this one. You can write no hago la tarea nunca. Because remember, if I have a no, or if I have a nunca, I have to have a no there. Or you could have just written no, nunca hago la tarea. Is one better than the other one? No. Okay. And last but certainly not least, of all the things that I'm going to do with you today is, if you can see it, nope, you can't see it because I can't even see it. ¿Tienes la clase de ciencia también? Okay. No tengo la clase de ciencias tampoco. Try to make a question mark instead of a period at the end of my sentence. Awesome. So do you have anything that you want to ask me? Because otherwise I am finished with what I need to talk to you guys about. I just want to show you what you have for the next 45 minutes that you can work on. I'm getting to it. Sorry, guys. I forgot about putting it on my iPad. There we go. Create note. The other thing is, guys, if you have an app like I have Notability, and that's what I've been using to download these things on my iPad and then write on them for you guys. What do classroom? You're just write it on a piece of paper. And there are some words in there that you may not know. You have Google Translate. Then I want it, if you print it out, then you're probably going to have to go to, you're going to have to go to what? My brain's not working. Oh, if you print it out and then you write on it, then you need to make a PDF and upload it. But if you just answer it on a Google Doc and name it with your name and what today's date is, and then upload that along with pictures of your workbook, or you could even just write in what your answers are to your workbook on there too. Either way, that's what you're attaching in Google Classroom. So you should have two things attached: this worksheet, Jonathan and Arjun, I don't even know why you're here. Hi. But your workbook and this worksheet that you're going to work on in the next little while. Any other questions? None? Okay, go get to work. Hope this helps. Oh, and if you have questions for me, please put it in the Google Classroom as a comment instead of emailing me, because many times many of you are asking the same question. I can answer the same thing at one time instead of answering it over and over again. Jonathan, Arjun, do you need help with your Spanish? From Spanish 2, 3. Okay, guys, have a great day. I'm going to end this. Nobody's commenting, so I'm going to go. Okay. Send me comments if you have questions. Bye, guys.